There's a pasuk in Shmos, chapter 3, verse 15. Zeh shmi la'olam v'zeh zichri l'dar v'dar. Now let's take a little bit of the numerical value of the gematrias. Shmi, shin mem yud, is 350. Add 2 letters of God's name, vav and hey, which is 15, equals 365. That is the negative commandments, 365. Shmi is referred to the 365 negative commandments. Zichri, the Zayin Chaf Reish Yud, is 237. Add the other 2 letters of God's name, Vav and Hey, right? Because it's Yud K and Vav Hey, God's name of mercy. Vav and Hey, that's 11, plus the 237, that is 248. So again, that's a positive commandment. So you have Shmi, which is 350, plus the 15, that is 365, is referring to the negative commandments. Then you have Zichri, which is 237, plus the 11 of the Vav and the Hey, equals 248, and that is the positive commandments. Shmi la'olam. Shmi is referring to the 365 negative commandments. That you could do la'olam. Everything. Well, how do you fulfill the negative commandments? Just don't violate the negative commandments. You could do that in every reincarnation. Every reincarnation you could go and make sure that you don't violate the 365 negative commandments of the Torah. But v'zeh zichri, the 248 positive commandments, that is l'dar v'dar. You have to come back generation after generation to be able to fulfill it. So again, zeh shmi la'olam, for when you're dealing with the 365 negative commandments, the shmi la'olam, you can do it in every reincarnation. But v'zeh zichri, to do the remembrance, to do the 248 positive commandments, l'dar v'dar, that you have to come back every generation to be, and not every generation, you have to come back in reincarnation to be able to fulfill it. So we see over here that in order to supply your soul with the nourishment, with the food that it needs, you have to come back multiple times. And the Pele Yoetz, however, says that Gilgal, we know, is not something that everybody's like, okay, I'll try again next time. Nobody wants to come down to this world again. It's very, very difficult, and in fact, it's more painful than death to come back again into this world. The Chafetz Chaim doubles down on this and says, like, besides the fact that it's difficult and it's painful and it's hard for the body, for the soul to come down again, who knows if you're going to be able to go and succeed? Maybe you'll fill in with like more sin upon more sin. Like, not everybody goes and keeps on fixing themselves. Sometimes they make themselves worse and worse. So really, it's better not to need to come down to this world again, and rather finish everything in one go. And this is what the non-Jew, the Gentile, was asking Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel. He goes over and he says, I want you to convert me on regel achad. Regel achas means one time. I want to go and come down to this world only at one time. I don't want to have to keep on coming down into this world again to fulfill all the 630 commandments. So what do I need to do? What is the foundation that I could do that will get me all the 630 commandments in this one instant, this one time? Beis Shammai says it's impossible, and he goes and he chases him out with a builder's stick. You have to come down to multiple times. Beis Hillel says, no. There is a way to do that. What is hateful unto you, don't do unto others. What is its source? Its source is Rabbi Akiva. That v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha ani Hashem. What is it that v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha? How does that work out? That if you have this one great principle that Rabbi Akiva says, you don't have to come down again to this world of reincarnation to fill it. And the answer is that if you love your fellow Jewish brothers and sisters like yourself, then you're united. You're one entity. And when somebody else does a mitzvah, and if somebody's a Kohen, you get part of that. And somebody else does a mitzvah, Levi, you get part of that. This person does this, and you are united, and you love the other person like yourself. You get part of those rewards. You get part of those mitzvahs. So you want to know, and in fact, this is the Orach Chaim brings us down in Parshas Pekudei, that you love your brother like yourself. This is how you can keep all the commandments. This is why it's a klal gadol b'Torah, specifically in the Torah, because if you want to go and fulfill all 613 commandments, then ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. If you love your friend like yourself, if you are united, if you don't, there's no baseless hatred, if you're just fully united with all your brothers and sisters, entire Klal Yisrael, then guess what? You're one entity, and if you're one entity, you get the reward of one entity, and you can finish all 613 commandments in one go.